In today's tutorial, I will show you how to make this really cute book sleeve with an inner pocket. The pattern is free, and I would recommend to keep the free written instructions next to you as we're sewing. The first step is to cut your fabric, and you can see the dimensions on the screen. You can also download the free pattern on my website and print the pattern easily. The book sleeve has an inside pocket, which I love for storing sticky notes. It is optional, but I recommend including it. Then I will attach my outer fabric to my batting. Here I'm using a polyester batting, and I am using my seam allowance guide presser foot to make sure that my lines are evenly spaced out. For this book sleeve, I will first make straight lines and then afterwards make diagonal ones. But this is up to you what look you prefer. Fabric with lines will be much easier to quilt with doing straight up and down lines. And then I will just cut off some of the excess batting. Then I also wanted diagonal lines, so I am drawing a diagonal line with my washable marker. Then putting this through my sewing machine again, while using my seam allowance guide presser foot to make sure my lines are evenly spaced out. Then once you've done that to both of your outer lining pieces, then we can go ahead and prepare the pocket. If you are not making the pocket, you can skip to step 9. So in this step, I'm using my washable marker to make specific markings on the pocket piece, and these will act as the opening of the pocket. You can also find a diagram of these measurements in the free written instructions on my website. With this technique for making pockets, you can basically make a pocket in anything. So this is also a great practice for learning how to make pockets. In the next step, we will attach the pocket to the inner lining. So I'm starting by finding the middle of my inner lining piece and marking this with my washable marker, and also doing this for the pocket. Then I will attach my pocket to my inner lining, right sides facing each other. I am doing this 1.5 centimeters from the top. Then you can pin this in place and put it through your sewing machine, sewing right on top of the rectangle that we made before. And for the best results, you should make your corners as square as possible. I am doing this by keeping my needle down inside of my fabric as I'm taking my presser foot up and rotating my fabric. In the next step, we will cut the pocket open. So make the markings like in the video, and you can also see a diagram of this in the free written instructions. So cut this open, and it's important that the edges are cut diagonally, like in the video. After you've cut this open, you can turn the pocket on the other side, then pinching out the seam and pinning this in place. Then to make it look neater, we will take it to our iron. Then in the next step, I will sew a line only at the bottom. Then moving on to the next step, I will fold the pocket up and pin it in place. Then I am just moving my pins to the right side because this is where we will be sewing. Then I will sew a straight stitch along the sides and the top. Then in the next step, we will close the sides. So pin these in place, not to the inner lining, but only the pocket. Then making sure your lining piece is out of the way, you can put it through your sewing machine. And then our pocket is done. And now you have learned how to make a pocket. Then in the next step, we will make the optional drawstring. I am folding each side inwards towards the middle, and I like to use this TikTok hack to keep the fabric in place. So I can just pull it through the pins and iron it quickly and easily. If you already have a store-bought drawstring, you can skip this step. So once you've done that to both pieces, you can also iron it in half. And then your drawstring pieces should look like this. To make sure that one of the edges looks neat, I will start by folding one side towards the opposite side, pinning this in place, and then sewing a straight stitch at the top. Then I will cut a bit of the excess seam allowance and turn it on the right side. And you should do this to one of the sides of each of the drawstrings. Then I am pinning it in place and I will put it through my sewing machine. I prefer having my needle on the left side because I think this makes it easier to sew, and this may also be easier for you. Then in the next step, I will first mark the middle of my outer lining piece. Then I can attach my drawstring, and then my inner lining piece, right sides facing each other. Then I will pin this in place and put it through my sewing machine. Then make sure that you do this to both sides. Then in the next step, we will put the two sides on top of each other, right sides facing each other. So attach it together like in the video. Then you want to make sure that you leave a small hole unsewn in the inner lining so we can turn it on the right side. So pin this in place and put it through your sewing machine. And to get very nice crispy edges, I am again leaving my needle down at the corner and then turning my fabric with my needle down inside of my fabric. And this will give you very nice square edges. Then you can see here that there is a small hole in the inner lining. And this is necessary to turn the book sleeve on the right side. So now I will cut off some of the excess seam allowance, and also remember to cut the corners so your edges are more crispy. But be careful to not cut into your thread. And then I will turn the book sleeve on the right side. Then in the next step, I will pin the hole in place and put it through my sewing machine. And then I can put the inner lining inside of my outer lining. Then pinch out the seams and pin these in place. Then I will sew all around the perimeter of the book sleeve. to ensure that the inner and outer lining stay in place. And then your book sleeve is done! If you like to read, I sometimes write book analyses on Substack. You can find the link in the description. If you liked this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.